It's the moment we've all been waiting for. The Lifeworks Annual Celebration starts now.
Just tell us your name and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm the youngest of 5 kids, and I was born with cerebral palsy.
My role at Lifeworks is to help them to see the side of what people with disabilities, how people with disabilities think, or to improve for their services.
My name is Kaisha Murray, and I am a disabled woman with multiple amputees. I'm a mom of 2 boys, high school and middle school.
My aunt, Connie, was a client of Lifeworks for over 30 years. So I'm a donor to Lifeworks because I have seen firsthand the success and support that they provide to clients and my personal loved one and my family as well.
I am Luz Mercury, and I work with the resource navigation team that started in 2021. We help people to find resources in the community.
I'm a service specialist for Lifeworks since 2019, and I have been working with clients in the community, helping them with volunteering, with job opportunities.
We are a maker of balloons and have a manufacturing site in Eden Prairie and a distribution center in Bloomington and Edina. We were able to facilitate 2 employees to come in and work with Anagram since 2016.
My dad worked for Lifeworks. Through him, I was able to get a pretty awesome summer job when I was still in college and just stuck around. And I've never wanted to leave.
Lifeworks has really taught me to be independent, self-sufficient, and to be my own advocate. And they don't look at my disability, they look at my abilities.
Please put your hands together for the Songbirds Choir.
That's me. That's us. Yeah.
This is an organization that is not afraid to change and grow as the needs of people with disabilities change and grow.
Driving change to me means equal access to all.
There definitely needs to be a little bit better understanding. Everyone just kind of taking a step back and looking and saying, what can I access that other people can't? Or what can I do that other people can't?
How I advocate for people with disabilities is just go around telling my story and tell them we need to hire more. We need to have more people with disability represented on different Congress, news, any kind of board.
Choice is important for people with disabilities because they should be able to choose who is in their life, what services they're receiving, and what's important to them.
I've grown and showed that I don't always need someone looking out after. I'm hoping that I can impact other people and know that even if you have a disability, it doesn't matter. You can still go out and work and live your life the way you want to.
So we have lots of folks who I encourage for them to be in charge of their own goals and their objectives and to tell me what they want to work on, because I'm here to help make their lives easier and not the other way around.
So what I've done in the last year that I'm super proud of is that I'm using my prosthetic more, and I'm walking on my own more comfortable and for longer distances. I'm in a much better apartment than I was a year ago, and that's also improved my mobility.
The main thing that we want to definitely help at Lifeworks is how we can help you to make that goal be more accessible to you, because there is no such a thing, an impossible dream.
What's exciting about Lifeworks' future is the direction that we're headed and the opportunity to grow as an organization and providing services across Minnesota and bringing more opportunity and access for people.
I would love to continue serving millions of Minnesotans that need the services, and people nationwide that we can continue collaborating with other organizations to bring those dreams and hopes for the people that we serve come to reality.
My goal is in the near future to live semi-independent, but I know that I would need staff coming in to help me. But it's been my goal and dream since I've been about 30. But I know it'll happen when it's meant to happen.
So what's next for me and my goals is that I want to start driving on my own, and I want to start a comedy career. I'm changing the game with sit-down comedy since I'm in a wheelchair, and it's going to be comedy on wheels.
It's exciting to work for Lifeworks because we are continually listening and growing and moving towards the future.
I would like to see more companies get involved with Lifeworks myself. The companies will experience a huge benefit from bringing on a Lifeworks crew to do some of the things that they're perfectly capable of doing.
Give Lifeworks a foot in the door, to give them the opportunity to show you the opportunities that you have not seen possible.
Definitely, I'm excited to see Lifeworks supporting more and more families every day.
Please welcome our host for this evening, from WCCO TV, A.J. Hilton.
Wow. Hi. No, wait. No. Sorry, I'm going to call it, that was pathetic. That was pathetic. It's Thursday night, it's raining out, we all decided to come here. How are we doing tonight? Okay. Real quick before we get started, can we please give the Songbirds another round of applause, please? It is so great when an event launches right into the action with the stories from the people really at the heart of the mission. And I'll tell you what, we're going to be hearing from a lot more of those voices throughout the evening, really that capture the change and the essence of driving that change and reimagining the possibilities that Lifeworks does every single day. Now, before we get too far, let me take a step back. Let me introduce myself. My name is A.J. Hilton, and I'm one of the morning anchors over at WCCO TV in Minneapolis. I actually grew up here in the Twin Cities area. I grew up in Apple Valley, and thank you. Who's that? Okay. Somehow, some way, miraculously, I never saw it coming in a million years that I would end up back here in the same spot that I grew up doing the news, and it's been a surreal experience, especially after crisscrossing the country for some 18 years, and to be here in this moment. I mean, you talk about dreams coming true and being at an event like this with all of you. If I ever write a memoir, this is going to be a chapter, because this is going to be a night that I'll never forget. And it's all because of Lifeworks, so thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. And I will tell you this too. So I lived in Greater Minnesota, I lived in Michigan, I lived in Florida, I lived in Tennessee. And there's something about Minnesota that's really special, and it's events like this. It's opportunities like this, because I'll tell you this, they don't happen all over the country. So please don't take this for granted. You're here for a reason, and we appreciate you being here, and it's truly a gift to call Minnesota home. So thank you so much, I appreciate it. We are going to have a great time tonight celebrating Lifeworks and the people with disabilities that they partner with every single day. We got a great line of stories coming up for you across Lifeworks that really underscore the importance of building truly inclusive communities. Now, we got work to do. We're not there yet, but we are on our way. And by being here, you are showing that you are dedicated to the commitment of the work that Lifeworks sets out to do every day with people with disabilities, really leading the way. You are saying yes to driving change, to reimagining possibilities, and you are investing in really the innovative and the person-centered programming that happens at Lifeworks. Now look, let's be honest, Lifeworks, some of you know this, is not new to innovation. We've been at the forefront when it comes to disability services for 58 years. 58 years. And the great thing about Lifeworks, yeah, round of applause, please. And the great thing about Lifeworks is that Lifeworks does not use a one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to its programs and services. I actually had a chance to tour the Lifeworks facility in Apple Valley just last week. The wait list is 3 years to get in. Think about that, 3 years. What you can accomplish in 3 years. and you have people who are waiting for some of these services, these crucial services. Think about that. We listen and we center the voices of people with disabilities to find what works best to meet their goals. That's the approach. And at Lifeworks, we are walking the talk when it comes to honoring choice and self-determination. I know that I'm not convincing. I know that. You don't want to hear from me. Let's hear directly from the Lifeworks community, shall we not? Let's take a listen to what the clients, the staff, the board members had to say when asked, why Lifeworks?
Our new mission is to partner with people with disabilities. We're partnering. We're at the same level. They get to tell us what they want out of their life, and we partner together to make it happen for them.
Lifeworks is a great organization to be part of. They help you, they care for you, they treat you like you're part of them, and then they make sure you're taken care of.
After COVID hit, I was recovering from foot surgery, and it was a really low time in my life. And then John came into my life, and through him and Lifeworks, he worked with me for 3 months, finding me a job. And one day he took me out job searching, and we walked into Marshall's and they welcomed me with open arms.
My favorite things is to come to Lifeworks, and my Lifeworks helped me in many ways.
The Lifeworks culture is very inclusive, adaptive, and understanding, and also they truly respect you for who you are.
When I started Lifeworks, I moved to Minnesota because I got transferred from the Air Force here, from Florida to Minnesota, in the middle of the winter, by the way. The first thing that Patrick asked me in that interview is like, why? And I told him, I want to continue serving my community. I'm already serving the country. I want to continue serving my community. Lifeworks provide me that support since day number one. A year after I started working at Lifeworks, I found out that I was deployed. And a lot of, obviously, mixed emotions came, but always the staff, they were always supporting. And even when I was overseas, I think that every time that I opened my email, I had an email from either a coworker, a manager, HR. They were always trying to track where I was at, if I needed anything. And when I came back, I went to the West Metro team and I started working with Mary Hickson, and the support that she gave me just to get again in the track, taking the time to adjust again to being back to the civilian work, it was huge. I never feel lonely, and that's one of the struggles that any veteran in the United States after coming from undeployment definitely struggles with. And I know that my West Metro team was always there for me.
Please welcome the principal partner and auctioneer of Flatibow Advancement, Glenn Flatibow, and the CEO and co-owner of Atomic Data, Jim Wolford.
Number one, thank you everyone for being here tonight. By the way, can we give AJ a huge round of applause for emceeing for us tonight? AJ, thank you for moving back to Minnesota, for sharing your talents with us at Lifeworks. I will share with everybody, believe it or not, I've been the auctioneer here for 16 years. And not only have I fallen in love with this organization, it's changed me personally. I remember night after night being in this room, being inspired, hearing personal stories from employers and community leaders of the difference that we've made. We have made huge advances because of this event in 16 years, so thank you everyone for all that you've done. I also want to give a shout out to you, Ted Carlson, for 14 years on the board. He's come every year to the event, of course, he's brought so many people. Can we give our entire board a round of applause for everything that they've done? Ted, thank you for your leadership, for your commitment. Amy, it's great to see you as well. Everyone has a pink envelope on your table. If you can grab the pink envelope, inside the envelope are our bidding numbers that we're going to use in a few minutes for our Fund a Need and Giving moment. We have a chance tonight to make a difference for inclusion, to move the ball forward and make our state a better place. But it is my personal joy right now, and I want to just say 2 words personally before I introduce him. Believe it or not, I've been an auctioneer for 29 years, and I've been quite busy for the last 25 years. I've had the chance in my career to meet some of the most amazing people in our state. The man I'm about to introduce has not only been our signature sponsor for many, many years, he's one of the most generous people that I've met in my life. He not only gives his resources, but he gives his time, he gives his passion, he talks to others about this event. I can say this, and I think his wife would agree with me, they broke the mold when they made Jim Wolford. Can we put our hands together and give a remarkable Minnesotan a round of applause? Jim is going to share a few words as a business owner and an employer of the difference that Lifeworks has made for him personally and his business. Jim, thank you.
Thanks, Glenn. They're turning the teleprompters off because they know I won't follow anything. So, thank you all for being here tonight, especially clients, friends, and my employees. Lifeworks pretty near and dear to not only me, but Atomic Data. I've been thinking all day about what I was going to talk about. They wanted me to tell you about my employer experience with Lifeworks, not only being an employer of 3 Lifeworks employees, but just what my interaction and what my experience has been. And something kept coming back to me all day. And what kept coming back to me was just, you know, Lifeworks for 58 years, not when it was cool and hip, not when we could say the words diversity and inclusion that we've all now finally figured out. Way, way, way back, they were trying to teach us about the value of human capital. And for an employer who has to play with that and not always do it in a human way, but in a value of money, employee-employer relationship, and economics, that's a difficult thing to grow into over the last 58 years. But they've been here showing us what human value is. Not people with disabilities, I don't even understand that anymore. But human value. And when people ask me, how did Atomic get to where they are? How have we grown year over year, not one down year, not in COVID, not in anything? How do we keep attracting employees? I have no hiring problems. We have people that are dying to get in. How are we doing that? And I say it's because we built a culture. And people like Lifeworks taught me what human value was. We get to work with Tom and Joe and Sue, but what they've taught me is how to value you. I sat with an employee this morning whose numbers had dropped. I didn't walk in and chew his ass. I walked in and asked the first question we should ask. How are you? What's going on? And of course, what's going on? Something at home. And by the time we got done, I interacted with him differently than I would have 10 years ago. And he left crying. And it was all because Lifeworks helped teach me the value of human. Not diversity, not the differences between all of us, but the value of each and every one of us in each hour, whether that person is working on an art project at one of their offices or whether they're working, helping us take care of our offices. Each and every hour of that human being means something. And they've taught me to look at each and every one of us differently to find out what that value is. And I could not be more grateful. So as an employer, if you're in this room and you haven't at least interacted to find out what they can help you uncover, get off your ass and do it. Okay? You will never regret it, and you will be shocked at what they can help you see. And in the end, you will see all of your people, clients and employees, vastly differently. And for that, I am forever grateful. Thank you.
I will tell all of you, if Jim Wolford was an auctioneer, I would be done. Nobody would ever hire me. Can we give Jim one more round of applause? And all of the employees of Atomic Data, a huge hand for coming every single year for all that you've done. My friends, in a few moments, we have the chance to make a difference. We're going to strengthen our state. We're going to make a difference for Lifeworks in the coming months and the coming year. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Thank you for passing around the bidding paddles. AJ, come back up. We are going to go to the next video in our program tonight. We're going to have a great night. And by the way, I'm also super excited to work with you in the live auction, AJ. We have 5 remarkable items.
Don't everyone cheer at once. Goodness gracious. Thank you to Glenn and Jim. Combined 32 years of support and belief in Lifeworks' mission. That's simply incredible. 32 years continuing to make a difference and continuing to push for change. You can feel some of the energy in this room. We're going to work on it, though. We're going to continue to develop some of that, right? We're going to have some fun tonight. Now, as Glenn mentioned before, Lifeworks is going above and beyond to intentionally, notice I use that word intentionally address how having a disability intersects with other identities. For example, such as living in a rural community, being black, indigenous, a person of color. Now, in rural communities and communities of color, there are so many barriers that really make it tough for someone with disabilities to receive the services that they want, the services that they really need. We're talking everything from a lack of transportation to inaccessible spaces in the community, to think about where we live, language barriers, the cultural stigma around disability, all of that exists, and trying to navigate through that is very, very tough. So to address these compounded barriers, Lifeworks is connecting and listening to people who have not had that same access to disability services in the past. And Lifeworks is co-creating culturally specific programs with rural communities, black communities, communities of color, indigenous people, to support the resources that they need, to meet their individual needs again, to honor their individual choices, and to meet their goals. Again, not a one-size-fits-all approach, but individualized goals. So to get a better look at exactly what we're talking about, we've got a co-creation at Lifeworks and why this is so incredibly important. Take a look.
One of the things I'm really excited about here at Lifeworks is that as part of our new strategic plan, we are going to be co-creating culturally specific programs with rural and BIPOC communities. Co-creating means that we make no assumptions about what a community needs. We know that as an organization, there's so many good programs that we offer. But it would be a mistake to believe that a program that is appropriate for Minneapolis, Minnesota, is appropriate for Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. Those are 2 totally different communities. And what we're trying to do is to make sure that we take the time to listen to each community, figure out what they need and want, and then create something together with that community that is appropriate for them.
Listening to people and having them lead the way and understanding what specific barriers and challenges they experience is the approach that we're taking here at Lifeworks, specifically with our BIPOC communities and rural communities. So I'm going to be hitting the road, meeting with folks and really listening to them and seeing what disability services look like to them, what barriers they've experienced, and really bringing light to their lived experience. Hi, I'm Matula. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to learn a little bit more about you and your story. If you could, share with me a little bit about yourself.
They are doing kind to us at Harvard.
What is having a job able to bring to you?
It brings happiness.
It brings you happiness? In terms of just, barriers that you've experienced, what would you say has been a barrier as someone who identifies as having a disability?
It's hard.
It's hard?
Because some people can't understand me.
Do you think being like a person of color with a disability, are there additional barriers that you think are in place?
Yeah, a little bit harder because some people, people my color it's harder for us because we got people who can't us know. We got people we got family who don't want us to do something.
So the immediate support there is maybe lacking, but then also in terms of like accessing services, our people do have a harder time. So what do you think the experience for you has been?
Being told no.
How does that feel?
It's frustrating.
Compounding barriers are barriers that prevent people from being able to participate and access the different aspects of life that they may need to. So for example, within transportation, that is a barrier for people with disabilities, but then you add on things like racism, and that's an added barrier for people of color who have disabilities. And so that is the aspect that we're trying to address here when it comes to co-creation. Hello, Nate. If you could start by telling me a little bit about yourself.
I live in the country between Amboy and Good Thunder.
How long have you worked at Mankato State University?
6 months. I work in the dish room.
What brought you to partner with Lifeworks?
Since I graduated, I wanted to work with Lifeworks to find me a job eventually that an independent job that I like in my own community.
So Nate, when it comes to challenges that you've experienced, what would you say is maybe a barrier or a challenge that?
A barrier, I would like to see more transportation that I would like.
How does transportation and us living in a state where, we have long winters and you living in the country, how does that kind of play out and affect your, ability to come to Mankato and go to work?
I don't come in town if it's really bad and like a snowstorm or a rain. The transit is canceled.
The support that Lifeworks gives Nathaniel and our family is he gets time to be with other people and socialize and do activities. And when he's just home with us, my wife and I and him are the only ones home right now. And he needs to socialize with other people too besides his parents.
So Nate, since you've been partnering with Lifeworks, what would you say is the best thing so far about that partnership?
I made a lot of friendship. I like my coworkers. I'm around people all the time.
Do you like being around people?
Yes. Lifeworks helped me make that happen, that I have friendship.
My name is Cole. I'm a Titipo brother. I will be translating for my sister.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank you for both of you being here. So T, we're gonna start, maybe if you could tell me a little bit about some things you like to do.
She said that the thing I like to do is singing, dancing, and doing some exercise.
In terms of challenges or barriers that exist for people with disabilities, what would you say are some barriers you've experienced?
It's hard to get out there, feel nervous going outside there because of the languages.
Absolutely. Language barrier is present. Would you like to learn how to read and write in English?
I wanted to, but who would teach me?
Do you want to maybe talk a little bit about transportation and what that looks like for you?
She can drive or anything, so she depend on me. So if I'm here, I can take her. If I'm not here, then she's gonna be home.
When your brother's not here, what does your typical schedule look like?
Stay home, watch movie.
Watch movies and stay home? Would you like to be more out and into the community?
Yes. Back in refugee camp, when the life was tough, it's very hard. And we were moved to the United States, and we are so grateful. And the memory back there was so hard.
How much of a relief is it to have Lifeworks play that role and make that connection?
We are happy that we get another help from the other, that life will help us. Yeah.
What does full support look like to you?
So, I feel free, like I feel like freedom. I got nothing like stopping me. I can go out, come back.
Being more independent?
More independent, freedom, yeah.
So whether it be language barriers or just cultural barriers, we need to understand that there are specific demographics and communities that have been excluded from accessing disability services. And so that's one step that we can take, is acknowledge that and then eliminate those barriers.
When I think about our vision statement, which includes creating more access in the community, which creates more equity in the community, I get excited because I know that the future is going to be so much brighter for people with disabilities in our state. And we need you to help us drive that change.
Yeah, real quick, can we please just another round of applause for Amatula, Nate, and Tite for sharing their experiences. And the reason I say that is because to share an experience like that when you are so vulnerable, that is incredibly hard to do. To let yourself be vulnerable and to share that, and the world sees that, that's hard. They open themselves up. That way you can see what exactly they have to go through on a daily basis. And again, this is exactly why organizations like Lifeworks are so crucial. They truly are the lifeline for some of the communities. And it's why we need them more than ever now. We also want to say thank you to Muna for taking along and your travels all across the state, getting to see greater Minnesota. So you had a chance to hear from each of them on, again, how those intersectional identities impact everyday life. And it really shows why culturally specific programs, they are necessary. We have to have them. And it's clear to see why the future, it's so exciting at Lifeworks, because we're building those blocks right now. That way we have that accessibility in the future. We are truly here for the communities and the people that we partner with, taking the lead to drive the change, really reimagining the possibilities. Lifeworks is using their listen, their educate, their navigate approach to advance disability inclusion. And with the support from all of you joining us tonight, a more inclusive and accessible future is possible. One where people with disabilities have equitable access to services, have equitable access to the programs they want and need. That way they can thrive. That way they can succeed. Building those inclusive communities takes just one change maker, I should say, to get it started. It just takes one. One person to ignite that spark, to speak truth to power, to make the future just a little bit brighter, just a little bit better. And we are so fortunate tonight to have a person, a very special guest, who has done that and so much more with us tonight. Shaletta Brundage is the founder of ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com, an online podcasting company that provides culturally competent commercial production. Her resume is long. She is an Emmy-winning comedian, a radio host, a television anchor, a newspaper columnist, and a mother of children with autism. This hits home for her. With her podcast shows, it shows social activism, best-selling autism children's books. Shaletta is living up to her reputation as a change maker. And instead of fighting for a seat at the table, she said, no, I'm building my own. That's what we need. Shaletta is doing the work to drive the change, to reimagine the possibilities. So please, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome. Shaletta, come to the stage.
Thank you so much. I was like, wow, who's that like amazing chick? It's me. I was like, wow, she is so awesome. I hope to meet her one day. Good evening. Hi, y'all. I am Shaletta Brundage, and I thank you so very much for inviting me to be here to celebrate Lifeworks services with all of you tonight. Give yourselves a round of applause. This is such an amazing event. Every table full of people who are dedicated to the mission of Lifeworks. I'm really glad to be here with you because it means I get to get away from my kids for a few hours. We're the mothers in the house. I don't want to brag, but I just went to the bathroom by myself. And let me tell you something, honey. When you have 4 kids, no joke, that is a cheap thrill, just to be able to close the door and there's nobody crawling underneath, nobody like hanging up top trying to figure out what you're doing and how long you gonna be. But come on, y'all, look at me, okay? I had to go back and put some new clothes on because I had one outfit picked, but I saw what AJ had on, and I had to regroup. He is looking amazing. Can we give him another round of applause for being such an amazing host? And I'm just so glad to be here with you tonight because I don't have a rag in my hand. If you're a mom, you know your job is a wipist. It is what we do. That's what I put on my taxes, job description, career, wipist. We wipe their bottoms for a few years, and then we wipe the floors and the counters and refrigerators and doors for the rest of their lives. The oldest of my 4 kids is a teenager. Dr. Verna Price knows my son Andrew, so sometimes I have to wipe his mouth out because sometimes he says stuff he's not supposed to say. Now, my 3 youngest children, Brandon, Cameron, and Daniel, they have all been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorders. Now, when I first learned that my son, Brandon, had autism, I got online. And I started researching. Google became my best friend and learned as much as I could so I could help him. But then my daughter, Cameron, and then my youngest son, Daniel, were both diagnosed soon after. And I prayed, and I had to ask God, why are you punishing me with 3 special needs kids? You don't want to spread this around? I mean, I did all the right things. I went to college, I got married, then I had my kids. They all got the same daddy. I got 1 cousin, she got 1 baby, he got 5 baby daddies, and that child is talking fine. Why my kids got autism if I'm doing the right thing? I'm a good person, except for Saturday night when I go out, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, I'm great. And I'm thinking, why would God do this to me? And I decided, you know what? 3 kids with autism is just too much for one mama to deal with. So I remember crawling under my table. You remember, Dr. Verna, you had to drag me from underneath my table because I grabbed the Grey Duck vodka and I just started drinking. I stopped eating. You can't tell by looking at me now because I put on my COVID weight. But when I stopped eating, I got down to 98 pounds. And because I have a short haircut, folks started calling me sir. It didn't even look like I was a woman. Don't let them Kardashian women fool y'all. When you lose weight, a lot of weight in a very short period of time, the boobs are the first thing to go, okay? So I really was looking like a dude. And this went on for months until I heard God say, I am not punishing you. I'm giving you a position, girlfriend. That position is mother. Now get up, put the bottle down, get out there and help your kids. And when they get better, go and help somebody else. That's when I realized, come on now, hey. And that's when I knew that God had picked me. This was something special. He selected me to be the mother of 3 special needs kids for a reason. I found a great team of therapists at the Lovas Institute. Who in here knows about the Lovas Institute? Where my Lovas people at? Family Achievement Center. I went over to Great Cloud Elementary School in South Washington County because they've got a great autism program. And then Dr. Lawrence Mercy at Central Pediatrics helped our family out so good. They had all the knowledge and skill we needed to help my children. And then they had enough patience to work with me. Praise the Lord. All right now. But even more important, I met other parents of kids with autism who had learned the hard way about what our kids needed to grow and thrive. And I wasn't hard-headed. I learned from them, and I've been able to share that with so many other families. One of my sheroes is Oprah Winfrey, and she says, surround yourself only with people who are going to take you higher. I keep that in mind when I encourage someone who doesn't believe in what autistic kids are capable of. You know, now that I think about it, the next time I talk to Oprah, I'm going to tell her about what you folks at Lifeworks are up to. Okay, hey, y'all, that next time I talk to Oprah thing, that was a joke, but you really believe me. I saw it on your face. She was like, wow, she knows Oprah. Oh, my God. Tell her I said hi. No, I don't really. That was just a joke because I'm a comedian. That was just a joke. Like Oprah's favorite things, that's the closest I'm going to get to is reading about it in the magazine. Okay, so anyway, y'all done got me all off track. Back to the speech. We got to get back to the speech. Okay, but back to my girl Oprah, you know, the one that I don't know. The advice about surrounding yourself with people who are going to take you higher, that's what I see going on every day with the people that Lifeworks supports. You are surrounding them, Ms. Gertrude, with people who see them. They listen to them. Did you see that choir? They believe in them, and they are taking them higher. Yes. And as a parent of 3 special needs children, I know that is what my kids need. Lifeworks is there with the 3,000 people they support to give them a choice and a voice. Y'all listen to what they choose and how they want to live their best lives. You listen to what they say in their own voices. Y'all speak their love language about what they find meaningful. And then Lifeworks partners with them to make it happen. It's nothing like seeing your dreams that you have inside your head manifest in front of your face. When my kids, they don't see. My kids never see the work that I do. They don't know about the phone calls and the meetings and the conferences I do to get them the services, the very best services that they need, that most people tell them aren't available. They don't see the way that sometimes I have to go into the school, don't tell Dr. Verna, and cuss out somebody so that I can advocate for them because they won't give them what they need. My kids don't get to hear my prayers when I'm down on my knees crying out to God because I need help to just keep going to the next day. Because they never ever saw my fears or disappointment or my discouragement when they didn't meet a milestone or we went to an autism evaluation and they had regressed. Because happiness in my house is a choice, and we choose to be happy. Yeah. Because as their mama, it's my job to do for them. It's my job to give and give and give and give some more. It's my job to take care of things. They don't need to know about that so they can go out worry-free and guilt-free and live their best lives. That's exactly what I see you folks at Lifeworks Services. That's what I see you doing for the people you support. Give them a round of applause. Y'all are working in the background in ways they will never know, so they can shine in their lives and live and love every single day. What a gift you all are. You just give and give and give some more. And let me tell y'all something, okay? I got 4 kids and an ex-husband. I know this for a fact. The givers don't get thanks. Believe me, that is 100% true. When you are a giver, you don't get applause. You don't get thanks. But that's what we are here tonight doing for you. To say an honest, sincere, and heartfelt all the way down to my toenails, thank you to the givers. We see you. We appreciate you. We honor you. And like Oprah said, you are surrounding them, the people who you support, and you are taking them higher. When you have a bad day, and no matter how cheery and joyful and happy we are, we're going to have bad days. I want you to remember this night. Remember this room full of folk who admire what you do on behalf of the people that you support. I know, if my friend Oprah was here, she would agree with me that you all are rock stars. God bless you, and thank you so much for your service.
Give it up one more time for Shaletta, please. You know, again, I mean, she's telling her own personal story. It's her own journey. And that takes being vulnerable again. So thank you so much for sharing your story with all of us. That way we can get a glimpse as far as what your journey looks like, and we can help continue to support missions of everyone else who may be going through a tough time right now. And she's right. She is absolutely right. This room is full of givers. This room is full of change makers who are ready to drive the change and reimagine the possibilities. You know, you may be wondering, what is my purpose in life? What am I doing? Like, here I am, and I feel blessed, right? Maybe this is what you're supposed to do. Give. Help others. That's what life is all about. And it really takes a village to create more inclusive communities and workplaces. And let's be honest, we know this. It doesn't happen overnight. It's inches, inch by inch by inch by inch. We continue to lay this foundation with the same intentionality, the same grit, the same belief as Shaletta. We will create a brighter future together. That's what we're doing here tonight. Yeah, round of applause, please. At Lifeworks, we know this more inclusive and accessible future, it impacts all of us, from the youngest of children to the oldest of adults. An inclusive community is better for everyone. This is exactly why Lifeworks ensures that services and programs for all stages of life are person-centered. There again, coming back to that person-centered, specific approach. From transitioning life after high school to navigating self-directed services, from trying something new in your career and having a meaningful retirement. Lifeworks is partnering with persons with disabilities every step of the way. So now we want to take a quick listen to Lifeworks and how Lifeworks supports each person with disabilities holistically all throughout their lives.
The mission at Lifeworks is meaningful to me as it approaches things as a partnership. We're not coming in and telling people what they need or how those services should be delivered. We're sitting back and taking the time to partner with them, to learn from them, and to hear from them, because they are the expert on what they need.
So coming to the Lifeworks front door, we will be able to help support the person holistically by identifying all of the support needs that they have and helping to find a way to meet them.
I'm most proud of
the things I learned in life from school, high school, and other places.
A lot of folks and teams struggle with navigating what comes after high school when they have a child with a disability. And they often run into what I call a services cliff, where there's a lot less hand-holding, services are less intensive, and Lifeworks is here to help pick them up from that moment.
The Lifeworks staff is 100% great. They help me with interviews, job coaching, and how to be successful and professional in the workplace. It's great working at Hy-Vee. I found the job and got it quick.
Oh, have a great day.
I love being a greeter and helper at Hy-Vee, greeting the customers.
Day and employment services are important because at the root of it is community access and inclusion that many of us take for granted and is truly important to live a meaningful life. And so we are working to help people with disabilities live a meaningful life.
I like to save for things. I save for a camera. I want to learn about photography the most and maybe one day be a photographer. I see myself doing great things. I think the future will be scary for me, but a great adventure.
Since I usually hang out with my PCA or respite worker, would be going to retail places like Target, Walmart, Dollar Tree. I enjoy grabbing, my favorite coffee place is Caribou, not Starbucks. And then I enjoy going on walks and going to checking out different nature centers. Just different activities, whatever works.
Fiscal services can support an individual throughout their own life. Through fiscal services, individuals are able to hire staff of their own choosing.
I enjoyed picking out whoever I felt safe with and who I feel is reliable to be with me and know my disability. It was challenging finding a job after being in a sheltered work environment after 14 and a half years. Finding this job on my own was a good success, in my opinion, and then get to hang out with little kids is so different from data entry, but I enjoy it. The kids are really nice, but it can be challenging at times, but it's a good experience.
What we do is support them in hiring those employees that provide that staffing, in really acting as that employer in the back room so that that family or that individual can just live their life.
If people tell me I'm not capable of doing something, I'll just prove them wrong and say, I can do this. And just look at me now, I'm working with kids ages 4 through preschool level and kindergarten level now.
We also help them identify services that could further support their independence in the community through paying for those services through their budget, helping them identify the resources needed, and overall allowing them to self-direct that service.
Used to take Metro Mobility. Metro Mobility does not provide services for Washington County where I live. And so now I currently take the Lyft providing services for the going to work, and then my parent brings me home. And with Lyft, I get to go to work directly.
Well, what happened is you had COVID, and then I came back and I went to a different department because I couldn't deliver mail because there's no one to deliver mail to. One of the biggest challenges I had was learning how to use the computer because I didn't think I could learn to do that. And it's still not easy, but I feel like I've, with help, it's made it easier to learn how to do.
At Lifeworks, when we're looking at people's services as they transition, as they graduate high school, as they get a job, as they go into retirement, as they change the community that they live in, our goal is to work with them to provide those supports and resources as they decide what's going to be new, what is going to be better, what could be more of a challenge, but where do we go from there?
Lifeworks helps give me the chance to choose for myself on what I want to do, but also is willing to help me with the things I need help with. I like my job at Securian because it helps me meet new people and learn new things and be able to feel like I'm part of the working world too. I'm very proud of being able to have 10 years of perfect attendance. Not too many people can say that. In the future, I plan to continue to work as long as I am able to work and want to work. One piece of advice I have for others is don't close your mind out to trying to learn something new. You're never too old to learn new things.
I worked at Taco Bell and Wendy's when I was younger. I like retirement. I like volunteering. I like going to feed my trophy children. I've been going to feed my trophy children a long time. I usually go to Walmart on weekends and go out to eat and relax.
For people that have worked and are ready to retire, we offer those same-day support services so that they can stay engaged with their community.
I like Lifeworks. They've been doing a good job right now, helping me out now. And the people here at Lifeworks is special, and I like coming here.
The Lifeworks mission is meaningful to me because we partner with people to, frankly, do the things that a lot of us take for granted every day. A huge piece of our identity as people is the communities that we access and that we connect to. And for a lot of people living with disabilities, they don't have that same access. And so that is what is meaningful to me working at Lifeworks, is that we partner with people to help make choices and live the lives in the way that they want to live and self-direct their lives so that they can access communities that are meaningful to them and be part of the greater good.
My goals for me personally and professionally is to be the best I can be as a person. That's the best you can do.
Please welcome the President and CEO of Lifeworks, Gertrude Matemba Butasa.
Thank you so much. What an incredible night this has been already. Thank you all for joining us, and a special thank you to AJ for hosting our event today. And Shaletta for sharing your story and experience with us tonight. I would also like us to just take a moment to applaud all the Lifeworks community members featured in tonight's videos. I am thrilled to be here at my second annual celebration. The last year has been an exciting journey with endless opportunities. We are pushing Lifeworks to new heights by doubling down on our commitment at the heart of our mission, the people with disabilities we partner with every single day. We have heard tonight what that partnership looks like, from co-creating culturally specific programs with rural and BIPOC communities to holistically supporting clients throughout their entire lives. We're investing our time, into our listen, educate, and navigate approach to advance disability inclusion beyond our core services. Lifeworks is going to listen like we did at the Cedar Riverside Opportunity Center earlier this year when we hosted a listening session to learn directly from the Somali community about what disability means to them and what full support looks like. Moving forward, we are going to keep listening and giving people with lived experiences from rural and BIPOC communities the space to tell us what resources and programs they want and need. We are going to educate our communities to ensure accessibility is a key part of diversity, equity, and inclusion work. Many in this room have participated in disability inclusion trainings hosted by Lifeworks in the past. We are taking this work to the next level with new curriculum that underscores the importance of accessibility in our workplaces and in community. Next week, we are hosting a webinar focused on destigmatizing disability and introducing disability inclusion to members of We Network Now. And it's an organization that connects professionals of African descent to work opportunities and mentoring. And later this summer, we're bringing disability inclusion education and a disability rights mindset to the staff at Dakota Child and Family Clinic, which is a low to no cost clinic serving new Americans, uninsured, and diverse populations. Lastly, and certainly not least, Lifeworks is committed to supporting people with disabilities and their families as they navigate the complexities of the disability support systems. We want to ensure that everyone can access resources and supports that they are entitled to. Our resource navigation program, a program not funded by government dollars, helps people sign up for services and understand options so they can make informed choices. Navigation is ideally delivered in culturally specific ways and is informed by knowledge we gain as we listen to people with disabilities and feedback we receive as we educate our communities. We are invested in this work because people with disabilities are ready to be fully included in communities. But we know, sadly, we know that our communities are not ready yet. It is on us to listen, educate, and navigate to ensure our communities are heading towards being radically inclusive. Now, let's welcome back Glenn Fletterbo. Glenn, let's raise some funds tonight so we can continue to drive change and reinvent possibilities.
She was the right leader at the right time. She is a compassionate, passionate woman. She's been a remarkable blessing. Can we give Gertrude a huge round of applause for all that she has done? Gertrude, thank you for everything that you've done. My friends, this is the moment. This is the moment that we can make the greatest difference together. Tonight, our call to action is to advance our inclusion initiatives. Tomorrow morning, when we wake up, Minnesota will be a stronger, more compassionate, more thoughtful, and better place because of what we did tonight. The truth of it is, none of these programs are possible or funded with government support. It relies on all of you. It relies on us. And every single year, this moment has made all of the difference for Lifeworks, all of the extra opportunities. The very final thing that I'd like to say before I ask for your help is this. It's what Jim Wolford said when he stood on the stage. When you look at all the language that was said on the stage tonight, really what we're doing is we're making sure that we realize everyone's human value. Everyone has value. My friends, this is a big deal. This is important that we advance this tonight. We can break a record as a community. Let's do this right now in this room. Is there anyone tonight willing to start by pledging $25,000 in our efforts? Anyone? Yes. Here's our first one at $25,000. Number 100. We're at $25,000. That is $25,000. Anyone else at the $25,000 level? At the $25,000. Anyone else at $25,000? Listen to this, everyone. When I was eating dinner tonight, Jim walked off the stage. He walked over to me and he said, Glenn, Atomic is making a gift tonight of $25,000 in honor of Jim's colleague who's seated right next to him. He and his wife have a son with a disability, and they wanted to send a message of gratitude and thankfulness. Can we give Jim a round of applause? That's a second $25,000. We're at $50,000. We're at $50,000. Anyone else at the $25,000 level? At $25,000, we're going to the next level. How about $10,000? How many families tonight would consider pledging 10? Yes, here's our first one, number 171 at 10,000. Number one, here's the second one, number 624 at 10,000. Let's give them a round of applause. Number 624 at 10,000. That is 2 at 10,000. That is 2 at 10,000. Anyone else at the $10,000 level? At 10,000. How about $5,000? How many families tonight would be willing to pledge 5,000? Yes, number 955 at $5,000. Number 123 at 5,000. Number 740 at 5,000. Number 490 at 5,000. Here's a fifth one, number 475 at $5,000. Number 475 at 5,000. Anyone else? Here's another one, number 198. Ted, thank you. Number 198 at 5,000. Number 955 at 5,000. Number 955 at 5,000. Ted, you can take 1 year off the board because of that pledge for 5,000. Anyone else at the $5,000 level? At the $5,000 level, can we put our hands together for all of the families that just pledged 5,000, 10,000, and 25,000? Thank you for all of your support. We're going to the next level. How about $2,500? How many people tonight would be willing to pledge $2,500? Yes, number 652 at $2,500. Number 652. Here's a second one, number 649 at $2,500. Here's a third one, number 483 at $2,500. Number 483 at $2,500. Number 43 at $2,500. Anyone else at the $2,500 level? At the $2,500 level, how about $1,000? How many people tonight would be willing to pledge? Yes, number 3, Linda, it's good to see you. Number 389 at 1,000. Number 120 at 1,000. Number 610 at 1,000. Number 524 at 1,000. 615 at 1,000. 702 at 1,000. 305 at 1,000. 505. Number 587 at 1,000. 479 at 1,000. 195 at 1,000. 586 at 1,000. 197. Number 233 at 1,000, 485 at $1,000, 224 at 1,000, 332 at 1,000, 594 at $1,000, number 553 at 1,000, 474. Judy Lisney, our longtime executive director. Can we give Judy a round of applause? Judy, thank you for all that you've done. Number 474 at $1,000. Number 518 at 1,000. 419 at 1,000. 421 at 1,000. 573. Number 383. Number 561. 367 at 1,000. Number 655 at $1,000. Good job, Patty. Number 640 at $1,000. Number 640 at 1,000. Anyone else at the $1,000 level? At the $1,000 level. By the way, can we put our hands together and give all of our $1,000 contributors a round of applause? Thank you to all of our $1,000 contributors. So after I've called out your bidding number, if you could take a moment, anyone that's already pledged, if you could take a moment to enter your pledge in the tablet device, we're going to try to give you a grand total at the end of the program tonight so you can enter your pledge after I've called out your number. My friends, we are going to the next level. How about $500? How many families tonight would consider? Yes, number 551 at $500, 722 at $500, 554 at $500, 158 at $500. Don, thank you. 674 at $500. Number 220 at $500. 362 at $500. 519 at $500. 328. Number 259. 782 at $500. 407 at $500. 413 at $500. 567 at $500. 635 at $500. Al, thank you. Number 787 at $500. 504 at $500. Number 580 at $500. Number 580 at $500. 636 at $500. Number 437 at $500. Number 437 at $500. 598 at $500. Good job, Lita. 598 at $500. and $364 at $500. Anyone else at the $500 level? Yes, number 642 at $500. Number 642 at $500. Let's put our hands together and give our $500 donors a round of applause. Thank you to all of our $500 donors. AJ, listen to this. There's two families that couldn't be here tonight. Two families that couldn't be with us tonight. They have pooled their funds together and they wanted to make a huge difference at our final two levels. Those two families are going to match every donation dollar for dollar in the room up to $12,500. Can we give those families a huge round of applause? They're going to match every single remaining gift up to $12,500. A huge thank you to that for those two families. So anyone who pledges right now, their pledge will be matched. How many people tonight would be willing to contribute $250? Anyone at the, yes, number 768 at $250, 679, 579 at $250. Shaletta, thank you, Shaletta. Number 175 at $250, 163, 431, number 109 at $250, 125 at $250, 113, 387 at $250, 643, number 508 at $250, 748 at $250, 765, number 156, 555 at $250, 511 at $250, 274, 543 at $250, 658, number 816 at $250, 263, 796, 777, 742, 568, 292. Listen to this. 461, 728 at $250, 186 at $250, 681 at $250, 704 at $250, 498 at $250, 265 at $250. Look at this, everybody. We're coming up on $175,000. Here's another one, number 633 at $250, 492 at $250, 562 at $250. Anyone else at the 200, yes, number 116 at $250, 116. Can we put our hands together? 677 at $250, 677 at $250. Let's put our hands together for all of our $250 contributors. Thank you to all of those families and individuals that just pledged. And as our final level tonight, how many people would be willing to pledge $100? At the $100, yes, 668 at $100, 110, number 464 at 100, 808 at 100, 762, 717, 337 at $100, 339, 309, 531, 507, 617, 769, 645, 721, 797, 371, 266, 399, 723, 584, 324, 117, 769, 217, 373, 187, 802, 517, 731, 488 at 100, 491. Gertrude, is that your daughter? 491 at $100, 491 at $100. Is that your mom, Gertrude? Yeah, Gertrude, your daughter just pledged $100. That's a really good sign. Number 491 at 100, 752, 729, 727, 215, 695, 284, 809, 813, 418, 306, 501, 659, 591, 766, 424, 260, 414, 408, 458, 759 at $100, 759. Can we put our hands together for everyone's support and their generosity? Thank you for getting behind us. Again, everybody, if you could take a moment to pass the tablet around. Please enter your pledge right now. We'll give you a grand total before the end of the program tonight. If you'd like to make a donation at any dollar amount that I didn't announce, you can do that in the other button. AJ, absolutely remarkable. We are heading into our live auction, remarkable.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Hey, Glenn, you catch your breath for just a second because we're about to put you to work right now. We're going to put you to work. Oh, look. Oh, Glenn's got the stand. He's putting the stand out here. Now we get to have some fun. Incredible to see the generosity play out in this room. Please give yourself another round of applause. It's wonderful to see. We cannot begin to express our gratitude for your support tonight. If you want to make donating simple, use the tablets as Glenn mentioned to give to Lifeworks. Now, we also have the envelopes on your tables that our volunteers will gladly collect if you prefer to do that way too. So we want to keep the fun going. We've got 5 great live auction items tonight. So to bid, all you need, you guys know, you know how this works, right here. So this is easy to do. Glenn, have you gotten some water? I've got water. Do you need a towel, anything for, you were working. You were working the room. Okay, we're gonna see if you can work the room now. Okay. So first up, we got any baseball fans here? Okay. Well, let's hope that the Minnesota Twins do better against the San Diego Padres than they did against the Boston Red Sox today. Home plate suite. Twins versus the Padres. You can cheer for the Twins. We're talking the best seats at Target Field. This package includes 22 tickets to the Thursday, May 11th game at 12:10 in the Ecolab Luxury Suite. This is directly behind home plate. Plus, there's a $1,000 credit for in-suite catering and a valet parking pass. You get to go to a day game and skip work on a Thursday? Sign me up. By the way, thank you to Ecolab and Lifeworks for this great package. Glenn, you ready?
We're ready to go. It's item number 1 in the live auction. They come every single year. They've been such a great partner. Can we give Ecolab a huge round of applause for all that they've done? Thank you to the employees and leadership at Ecolab. As AJ said, you're going to the game. It is May 11th, 22 tickets and $1,000 for food and beverages. Here we go. It's a $5,000 value. Somebody give me $1,000 to start. 22 people are going to the game. Here we go. Thank you. I have $1,000 and now $1,500. Somebody give me $1,500 out. The bid is there. 15. Thank you. I have $1,500. Sir, give me $2,000. Now $2,000 out. He did. Thank you. I have $2,000. Now $2,500 out. Sir, $2,500. Stay with me. Thank you. I bid $2,500. Now $3,000 out. 3. Thank you. I bid $3,000. Sir, 35. Thank you. Now $4,000. And now $4,000 out. Now $4,000. Thank you. 4,000. Thank you. 4 is there. Now $4,500 out. Sir, 45. Thank you. And now $5,000. Now $5,000 out. Don't worry about $5,000. Thank you. I bid 5,000. 6,000. Somebody bid $6,000. Now 6,000. I'll take 5,500. 55. One more shot. 5,500. We're guaranteeing you that the Twins win. Give me 5,500. I have 5,000. Now $5,500 out. 5,500. If you give me 5,500, he'll give us 6,000. We'll be all done. Let's try it one time. I have 5,000 and now 5,500. Anyone else? The bid is there. I bid 5,000. Now $5,500 out. $5,500 out. It's last call. Down it goes. 5,500. Friends, we sold it.
Yes.
$5,000. Congratulations. Number 782. He bought it for $5,000. 782. AJ, this next item, both you and I better do a good job. We'll never be back next year at this event if we don't do a good job with this one. Tell us about our dinner.
This is our dinner. You can join and get an authentic African dinner with Gertrude and Gift Matamba Matassa. You can join them. The Lifeworks president for this dinner, a one-of-a-kind home-cooked Zimbabwean feast. Make sure you bring your appetites. Be ready for a night of celebration and fellowship. This is a one-of-a-kind event. You do not want to miss this. Let's go.
All right, everybody. So it's a date to be agreed upon anytime in the coming year. 6 people are going to her house with her husband, of course. They are hosting you for dinner for 6. It's a remarkable dinner. She told me in the Zoom she wouldn't tell me too much because she didn't want to sound like she was boasting, but she is a super talented cook. Can we give Gertrude one more round of applause? Gertrude, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So the value is $100,000. The first person to give me $100,000, I will sell it to you right away. You can't blame us for asking. Here we go. It is truly a night to remember. Somebody give me $1,000 to start. It is thank you. I bet 1,000. Somebody give me $2,000. Now $2,000 out. 2. Thank you. I have $2,000. Now $3,000 out. Somebody give me $3,000 out. Now 3. Thank you. I have done at 3,000. Ma'am, give me 4,000. And now $4,000 out. Now $4,000. Now $4,000 out. I'll take 3,500. I have done at 3,000. The bid is right here at 3,000. I bid $3,000. Somebody give me $3,500 out. Now 3,500. Ma'am, if you bid 3,500, you can all stay overnight at Gertrude's. Give me 35. Thank you. 3,500. 4,000. Thank you. 4,000. Don, give me 4,500. The bid is way back there at 4,000. Ma'am, give me $4,500 out. Now $4,500 out. Now 4,500. One more shot. 4,500. The more you spend, the more fun you'll have. Give me 4,500. I have 4,000 right here. Now $4,500 down. Now $4,500 down. One more shot. 4,500. You guys, we have marriage counseling after the auction. Give me 4,500. The bid is way back here. I have 4,000. Now 45. Yes. Thank you. She did under duress. 4,500. I have 4,500. Friends, and now $5,000. Somebody give me $5,000 down. Now $5,000. Now $5,000 down. Now $5,000. I have 45 right here. Now $5,000 down. Now $5,000. Now $5,000 down. It's last call. Down it goes. Anyone else at 5,000? Now $5,000. Now 5,000. Ma'am, I sold it to you for $4,500. Oh, did they bid 5,000? They did it right between the L and the D when I was saying sold. Gertrude. No pressure, but there's 708 people at the depot right now. I have 2 people that really want this. Can I sell 2 of these dinners? Gertrude, that was a good decision, Gertrude. Gertrude said we could sell 2 of them. We sold them one for 5,000. Man, will you take the second one? We can sell them both. We sold them both. 483 for, they bought one. They bought the second one. Great job here. What is it, Valita? 421. Great job, Valita. Here's item number 3 in our live auction. Here we go.
Mississippi River Showdown. 50-yard line suite for the Vikings Saints game. See the Vikings take on the New Orleans Saints. 50-yard line in a luxury loft suite. This is hosted by Atomic Data, the CEO, Jim Wolford. This package includes 14 tickets to the game, complimentary food and drinks to enjoy this game in style. Now, we got to wait on the date of the game. That's going to be announced by the NFL by the end of May of this year. So thank you again to Atomic Data for donating this incredible experience.
All right, everybody, it's item number 3 in the live auction. By the way, Valita, can you wave over, Valita, I'm going to have you wave to everybody on this side. Here's my colleague, Valita. So she's going to try to have this side raise more money than this side. Patty's on this side. Patty, can you wave to everybody? Patty's over here. So it's item number 3 in the live auction. This is a big deal. As AJ just said, you're on the 50-yard line. It is a sweet 14 tickets to the game. The date will be announced here in the next couple weeks when they announce the season. Again, a huge thank you to Atomic Data. Jim, thank you. There's 18 tickets. Did you hear that, AJ?
18 tickets.
There's 18 tickets. The price just went up. If the price goes real high, Gertrude may cater. By the way, I will not be back next year as your auctioneer, and it was a great 16 years, but that was the end of it, that last joke. Here we go. Thank you, Jim Wilford, 18 tickets. You know what we have? Literally, it's a $22,000 value, literally a $22,000 value. Somebody give me $5,000 to start on the suite. Here we go. Somebody give me $5,000 down, not $5,000. Thank you. The bid is there. I bid $5,000, now $7,500, and now $7,500 down, $75, thank you. I bid $7,500, now $10,000 down, now $10,000, now $10,000. I have $7,500, somebody give me $10,000 down, now 10, and now $10,000 down, now $10,000. I'll take $8,000. The bid is back here with Kristen. We have $7,500, and the bid is right here. I bid $7,500, somebody give me $8,000 now, $8,000. Thank you. The bid is right here at $8,000. I bet $8,000. Somebody give me $9,000 out. They did. Thank you. $9,000. Sir, give me $10,000 out. Now 10. Thank you. Skips at $10,000. I have 10 right here. And now $11,000. Friends, somebody give me $11,000. Now $11,000. The bid is right here at $10,000. Now $11,000 out. Now $11,000. Anyone else? Did I tell you that it is 11,000? Skip, you just stay right next to me. You'll be just fine. I have 11 grand. I have 11 right here. Somebody give me $12,000 out. 12, thank you. 12. Skip, give me 13. Thank you. 13 grand. And now $14,000 out. Now 14,000. 14,000. 14 grand. Skip, do you just want to bid 20,000? I'll just sell it to you. How about 15,000? I have 15,000. The bid is right here at 15 grand. Anyone else at 16,000? It is third and final call, 15 grand. And now 16,000. Now 16,000. Skip, I sold it to you for $15,000. Can we give Skip a round of applause? Number 438. And you're getting lunch with Jim Wolford. I just added that. So thank you, Skip. Here is item number 4 in the live auction. This is a big deal, AJ.
This is a big deal. Our next item is naming rights for the main office conference room, so you can honor your family, you can honor a family member, a business team by dedicating the new conference room. This is at the new Lifeworks main office in Richfield. You can donate in their honor. You will be showing your support for accessible and inclusive spaces in our community with your name on a visible plaque for 10 years. And thank you to Lifeworks for donating this special item.
All right, everybody, literally you're buying a piece of history right now. You can name the conference room anything you want, whether it's after your business, your family. If you want to name it after AJ or Shaletta, you can do that.
I'd appreciate that, yeah.
Whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
This is a big deal, everybody. It is a $20,000 opportunity forever. The name will be on the conference room. Here's an opportunity to not only name a room, but more importantly, to support our mission right now. You know, we should have a lot of money for it. Somebody give me $5,000 to start. You're going to name the conference room. Here we go. Somebody give me $5,000 down. Not $5,000, not $5,000 down. They're going to do it. $5,000 and now $5,000. They did. Thank you. The bid is there. I have $5,000. Somebody give me $7,500 and now $7,500 down. Now $7,500 down. The bid is right here at $5,000. I have $5,000 right here. Somebody give me $6,000. I'll take $6,000. We have $5,000 back here. The bid, thank you. The bid is $6,000. Friends, and now $7,000 down. Sir, give me $7,000. Now $7,000. We have $6,000 right. Thank you. Sir, give me $8,000. And now $8,000 down. He did. Thank you. $8,000. And now $9,000. Now $9,000 down. No, $9,000. He's going to do it. $9,000. Stay. It's only $9,000. $9,000. Thank you. $9,000 is there. Sir, give me $10,000 down. Now $10,000. The bid is right here at $9,000. It's easy to balance your checkbook for $10,000. Give me $10,000 even. We have $9,000 right here. Anyone else at $10,000? The current bid is $9,000 right here. We have $9,000. Anyone else at $10,000 down? Not $10,000. 10. Thank you. We have $10,000. Sir, give me $11,000. Now $11,000. He did.
He did it. He got it.
$11,000. And now, sir, give me $12,000. Now $12,000. He's going to do it. I have 11 right here. Now 12. And now $12,000 down. Now $12,000. Now $12,000 down. One more shot. Give me $12,000. Sir, if you spent $12,000 on this, that's right. You will never forget tonight. $12,000. Thank you. $12,000. Sir, give me $13,000. $13,000. $13,000. I have 12. 13, thank you. I have a brand new bidder, 13,000. Sir, give me 14,000. And now 14,000 down. Now 14,000. 14, thank you. 14,000. Bam, and now 15,000 down. Now 15,000. I have 14 right here. Now 15,000 down. Anyone else at 15,000? 15,000. It is third and final call. Sir, one more shot. Give me 15,000. He did. Thank you. 15,000. Sir, give me 16,000. 16,000. We left common sense about $11,000 ago. Give me 16,000. I have 15 right here. Anyone else at 16? He's going to do it. I have 15 right here. 16, thank you. Now $17,000 down. Now 17,000. Now $17,000 down. It is last call. Now he's back in the hard drink. That's a good sign. 17,000. I have 16 right here. Now $17,000 down. Now 17,000. Now $17,000 down. I did. We sold it for $16,000. Congratulations. He bought it for 16,000. And they got a hug from Valita, number 562 for 16,000. All right, AJ, here's our last item in the live auction.
Last but certainly not least, let's go Loons! Luxury suite experience at Allianz Field. You can experience it like never before. You get to enjoy a Minnesota United FC game from, again, Atomic Data's an indoor-outdoor suite. So this package actually includes 16 tickets to the game, plus food and beverages, date, time, opponent, yet to be agreed upon the winner. So again, thank you to Atomic Data for donating this amazing experience.
Now listen to this, everybody. Jim just told me Maureen, who's the COO of the team, is with us tonight. She's agreed that she's going to take you on the field and give you a guided tour. Is that right? She's going to take you on the field, give you a guided tour, so that is included. It's an amazing opportunity. She's going to take you to Allianz. A huge thank you to the Loons. Can we give the Loons a huge round of applause for their support tonight? Thank you to the Loons. Thank you to Jim Wolford of Atomic Data. Again, it's a $7,500 value. Before I sell the last item, can we give AJ one more round of applause for being a tremendous MC tonight? AJ, remarkable job. We have had a great event tonight. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Here we go. It's the last item in the live action tonight. It's the Loon Suite experience. Here we go. You don't shop close to $7,000 at least on it. Somebody give me $1,000 to start. Thank you. I have 1,000, 15. Thank you. Now $2,000. And now 25. I'm at 2,500. Now $3,000 down. Now $3,000. Now 3,000. Thank you. 35. Thank you. I have 3,500. Now $4,000 down. 4. Thank you. I bid 4,000. 45. Thank you. I bid 4,500. Now $5,000 down. Now $5,000. The bid is right here at 4,500. I have 4,500. Now $5,000 down. Now $5,000. They did. Thank you. 5,000. Ma'am, give me 55. Sir, 55. Thank you. I have 5,500. Now $6,000 down. Now 6,000. Friends, and now 6,000. He did. Thank you. 6,000. Sir, give me 6,500. Thank you. 6,500. And now $7,000 down. Now $7,000. Now $7,000 down. One more shot. 7,000. I have 6,500. It is $10,000 cheaper than that last item I just sold. Give me $7,000. I have 6,500. Now $7,000 down. Now $7,000. 7. Thank you. Mark is at $7,000. I'm at 7,000. Now $7,500 down. Now $7,500 down. Now 7,500. One more shot. 75. Great. How much? 8. You have 8,000, Valita? Valita has 8,000. Mark, give me 8,500. 8,500. One more time. 85. He did. Thank you. 8,500. Now 9,000. No $9,000. And somebody give me $9,000 down. No $9,000. No $9,000 down. They're going to do it. 9. Thank you. Mark, give me $9,500. $9,500 down. One more shot. $9,500. $9,500 down. Take one more sip of the bourbon. Give me 95. Drink the whole glass, Mark. The whole 9,500. I'm at 9,000. Now $9,500 down. 95. Thank you. 9,500. Now 10,000. 10. I have 10. We have 10,000. Is that right, Valita? 10,000. Mark, now 20. Now 10,500. I'm at 10,000. Now $500 down. Now $500 down. It's last call. 10,000. $500 down. Anyone else at 10,500? We sold it for $10,000. Congratulations. They bought it for 10,000. Great job, Valita. Number 580. Amazing. Amazing live action.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much. This is just incredible. Your support is going to go so far when it comes to inclusivity. This is exactly what we're talking about. By the way, can we please give Glenn a round of applause? 16 years? 16 years of professional guidance and enthusiastic commitment to Lifeworks. Glenn, thank you so much. You are a great partner. We appreciate you. Catch your breath. Get some water. You deserve it. But your leadership and unwavering commitment to people with disabilities, it is simply incredible. And put your hands together. Please, again, give Shaletta a round of applause for sharing your story, sharing your experience with us tonight. We also want to take a moment just to thank all of the auction item donors, I should say, the winners and the bidders, because again, we would not be able to go anywhere without all of your support. So please give yourselves a round of applause. Now, do not forget to support Lifeworks. Make your gift tonight. We have tablets, again, on the table. They're easy for online. You can give at each table, or we have those pink envelopes, as we mentioned before. Your incredible way. Make sure to find a volunteer. Now, we do have some approximate totals to share with you because of your generosity. Well. Y'all took them to church. The grand total raised $431,650. No. I just said $431,650. It's impossible. It's impossible to adequately thank you for what you have done this evening, for what you have made possible. We appreciate you. Please we appreciate you so much. We see you. We value you. We accept you. We hope to do this again next year. And I'll tell you what, when it comes to Lifeworks, we will not let you down. We're here for the long run. I mentioned it before. We're laying the foundation. We're laying the bricks. Now we got the foundation to support the house, and we're going to keep this thing going. I also want to thank Lifeworks, the sales and marketing, the fundraising teams, Emma, Taylor, Adrian, Connor, Katie, Lauren, Nikki, where are you? Thank you so much for all you've done to make this thing run smoothly. Great work. Tip of the cap. Also, a special thanks to Patty Gordon, our fantastic ASL interpreter this evening. Thank you for making this possible and making this inclusive for all. And thanks to all of our volunteers this evening, because let's be honest, without them, this doesn't work. It takes a village, and there's no way that we would have been able to pull this off. And huge thanks to Big Event Productions. Vern Hansen, for your amazing work putting on this whole show. It has been seamless tonight. Thank you so much. And thanks to the staff here at the Depot, from catering to AV, the event managers. We appreciate you for welcoming us back year after year. And last but certainly not least, a big thank you to all of our Lifeworks staff who make this work possible every single day. Again, I told you I had a chance to visit the campus in Apple Valley, and Chris, the manager there, and everyone was so welcoming, so hospitable, and the work they do, it can't be understated enough. It is a lifesaver. So thank you again for being here. Have a great night. Please get home safely. And by the way, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 4:30.